Welcome to Electric Dull Station, transmitting from Eusebius Shores, Sonsbeek 2024. My name is Antonia Jose Guzman, aka Selector Jade Flux. I'm going to be transmitting some sonic Black Atlantic vibes for Electric Dull Station and using music made out of my DNA. It goes like that: GCACTCCACT. Hey, CCACT. T T C C A C T H H A C T T H H C C A C T. Electric Dull Station started as a reaction to many of the elements who I've been in contact in the last years of my multidisciplinary practice, which are performative, music, photography, video, installation, and textiles. My introduction into photography happens at a very young age in Panama in the 70s, when I got a Polaroid, a camera. And my relationship with music, it was physically very important because I was part of the rave culture of the 90s, part of the Roxy, part of it, Muscle. So I really enjoy the characters who were surrounding Bells in that time. And that's always the sort of acting and the sort of performative moment of dancing and rave in the 90s has always been part of my work. It's very interesting to be in the front space of Sonsbeek as a performance art with a multidisciplinary project with Jankovic as Electric Dull Station, because you have a classical side, but you also have an underground side, which is connected to many things, and that's why it has made the project a huge element of multidisciplinarity. We have been doing DJ sets, performance, and that idea of the music and the repetition of the music of the bass culture and dub culture and reggae culture back in the 80s in Panama is a very important subject, and there is a relationship with block printing. Because block printing, it have that beat, it have this step, which is very interesting because it connects society to a sonic element of sonic structure, sonic dimension, or sonic sculpture, as Maestro Bonaventure and Ndikung calls. So what we're trying to teach with this project to new generations is that artistry is fundamental for the survival of our society. Basically, these Kubrick cube, who are diffracted in a different way than the old ones, they have this architectonic shape who reminds me a little bit of the block of the use of the block printing. The block printed look like houses in a desert in Ajrakh in India and Gujarat where we work. So basically what we want to do with these is to make these some sort of tea houses. So the Japanese Zen tea houses where people can come together and they separate still in times of Corona 2021. So these spaces will have the textiles, will have our block printed DNA, and these qubits, they're gonna become like this sort of little organism of cubes who are, deformed, and they have this celestial indigo textile impregnated, penetrating the space. So it's going to be massive. This is going to be a massive installation. Basically, the most important thing of this project is to have the metaphor of a community who is part of a parallel, multidimensional community, which is part of a multicultural, transcultural, Black Atlantic, transatlantic network of people who has connected through the DNA. That's the most important part of a project, the idea of the DNA. Which exists from the Incas 300 before Christ. And now it's a material of the future because it's circular, it doesn't destroy environment, so it's like a art of the future because the material is just not like acrylic or any sort of oil, it's just natural. And Indigo also have a relation to Yamaya, which is the queen of the sea, and the Orisha culture. So, and Indigo have a relation to Suriname because in Suriname they used to have indigo plantations in the end of the 1800s.
the illusion that we think our thoughts. The thing that we call change, which is simply another word for life. Get a sense of where you 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 get a sense. And then you think, can I observe the thinker thinking the thoughts? And this is happening to the men who go out into space.